Alright, hello everyone. This is a no damage run of Claire A on hardcore in Resident Evil 2 Remake. I couldn't really decide if I wanted to do a commentary track on this or not. And I'm also going to be skipping cutscenes for this one. This was more of a test run. We will be getting S+ rank, which is, I guess, to be expected with how fast we're going to beat this.
Wait here. I'll check
And
it
there
out.
will be a couple saves, mostly for the purpose of when to split my recording, because I have to record directly from my PlayStation 4 at the moment. First thing we do is grab this key off the wall back here and wait for the zombie to touch the wall. He's going to just walk across and hit the wall, and that way he won't grab us and we can run past him and use the key on the door. Then we're just going to play out the gas station segment. I may upload another version of this that has cutscenes for people that want to watch the cutscenes. And maybe a no save, no damage as well, since I already have done no save, no damage in this game. I only saved here for the express purpose of testing if this was going to work well, since I have to record directly from the PS4. But this route, if you follow this route, you can absolutely do this no save, no damage. Because most of the strats that I'm going to be showing here or explaining are 100% consistent.
Police station. Almost there.
I'm uploading this now because it actually took me about a year to play this game, even though I'm a massive Resident Evil 2 and overall Resident Evil fan. I had some life stuff get in the way when this game came out and fell into a sort of depressed state and didn't really feel like playing many games, including this, because I felt like I was going to ruin it. So I just recently started playing it and actually doing runs, etc. So I'm a little bit late to the party, but I had fun nonetheless, so. We're just going to take this route as normal. If you're attempting a no damage run, or a speed run, or any kind of run that isn't just playing the game, you really should have played the game first, so you should understand where to go and what the rooms are, etc. before trying to watch something like this. We grabbed the handgun bullets from in there, because we're going to need as many handgun bullets as possible for Birkin, since I am playing on a PS4, and a regular PS4 at that. No PS4 Pro, couldn't afford one. So we're going to be using super duper console strats for this run.
I'm here.
There are alternative strats you can use on PC, using the knife, but I can get into that later. We're just going to run up to the door here, and the zombie's going to bust through. Then we're going to stand behind this desk, and he's going to try to climb over, and when he does that, we're going to run out. This way, he won't be in this hallway later on when we come back. He's not going to be a problem. And for these two zombies here, we're going to stick to the right, close to this cabinet, run past them, hit the wall, and then turn left. And that's how you get through that.
So nobody knows what caused this?
So yeah, we're going to be doing super duper console strats. And this is, I should add, this is not a speed run. I do complete this very quickly, but this is not a speed run. I'm just not wasting time with anything that I'm doing. It is very much not intended to be a speed run, though. Grab some more handgun rounds back there. I'm just gonna knock this body down here. You can actually slip to the right and not touch him and not have to knock him down. But if you fuck it up, he might stun you later when you come back here with a bunch of zombies in this hall. So I'm not gonna chance it. Got more handgun rounds. More handgun rounds back here, and this is the first zombie of the run that we're going to kill. We're going to kill very few in RPD1. But we're going to down this guy because we don't want him getting our way later. We're going to be using focus shots, which is when you let the reticle focus in on the target. It does about 35% more damage, I think, and we need to conserve handgun rounds in order to have them for the first boss, since we can't use the PC knife strats. Grab the boards here, run into the save room, grab a gunpowder from the locker here, and then run to the item box to dump off the knife, because we need an extra inventory slot. You're going to be seeing me aim on the stairs a lot, very quickly. It's called stair skating, and it basically is because when coming out of aiming on stairs, Claire and Leon gain a small speed boost, so it makes you a little bit faster going up and down stairs. Killed that zombie that was on the stairs, grabbed some more handgun rounds from the police officer zombie, as well as up here on this box to the right. We run in and grab the spade key from on the desk, and then we turn around and go back downstairs. We're going to come into the office here and combine this gunpowder on the table with the one we picked up out of the locker earlier in the save room. Then grab some more handgun rounds from this locker. Come in here to this safe, and the combination is left 9, right 15, left 7. Or is it right 9? I think it's right 9. No, left 9. Yeah, I'm not crazy. So we're gonna come over here to this desk and open this up. There's 2 padlocks, and the code is NEDMRG. It's the initials of all of the different name tag things on all the desks around the room. We do that to get the speed loader, which allows Claire to reload her SLS faster. It is basically required for this run because Claire's SLS otherwise has to reload 1 round at a time, and we just can't have that for the first boss fight. We're gonna run up here into this room, and the code for this is 6:11. I don't know why I said 15. Because I was thinking of right 15 on the last one. That's why. Regardless, you can see in the footage there, we're gonna just leave that. That's a mag for a later handgun, the JMB. We're leaving it here for now so we can pick it up later. I just opened the safe so that way when we come back through with Mr. X on our ass, we don't have to open it with him chasing us. It's perfectly possible to do it that way, but I was trying something here that didn't work out. But that's not really important. Pick up more handgun bullets on this barrel here. And I'm going to pick up the pliers and put them in slot 1, that way I can just mash the X button to open this. Earlier, obviously, we grabbed the weapons keycard, which I didn't mention, but was on screen, so I figured I didn't have to at the time. Obviously, we're going to be grabbing the grenade launcher, so we need that. Come in here and unbolt these, or unlock this by cutting the chain, I should say. And we're going to grab the flash grenade, the handgun rounds, run over here very quickly into the office, this valve, this white gunpowder, and then come back out very quickly and grab this fuse. If you do this fast enough, you don't have to worry about that zombie to the right, and you can just unlock this door, run over here, pop the fuse in, and get out. And you have all the items you needed out of that room, and you don't have to go back. Now we're going to be running over to the item box for the second time to drop off the second stack of handgun rounds that we have, and about half of the first stack. Everything else can stay on our inventory. Now we're going back down this hall again with the bolt cutters. There's going to be some zombies in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to run up to this first little doorway here, and there's going to be a zombie on the left. We're going to pop him in the knee a couple times until he gets stunned. Once he's stunned, you run on by him. Then there's another fat zombie down this hall, He can be in like 3 different locations, but the point remains the same. I actually screwed up there a little bit and didn't move fast enough after stunning him, but it worked out just fine anyway. You're just going to stun both of those zombies by shooting them in the kneecaps. That's the basic premise. And grab the device here. Another flashbang. We can dump off the bolt cutters now that we're done with them. And now we're going to be going into the weapons locker room. Type in 109 on the keypad. I accidentally hit 6. And that's for more handgun rounds. We're going to pick those up on our way to unlock the locker here and get the grenade launcher. Now, there is a zombie that's going to wake up and come in this room with us, who I intentionally left alive, and I'll show why. We're going to walk up to this door and get him to try to come in here. If you stand close to it, but not too close so that he hits you, you can get him to open the door faster. And then we're going to just pop him in the leg a bunch of times until his leg actually comes off. I think this is the run where he... No, it's not. Okay. One time he gave me a little bit of a weird interaction, but... We're just going to shoot him until his leg falls off, because now he can't leave that room. Crawling zombies can't open doors. And we're never going back in there. We're going to walk up on the stairs and let the police officer zombie, who just woke up, fall over, and we're never going back down there either, so now she's out of our way without having to kill her. Come in here, and the combination for this locker is Cap, like Capcom. Open this up and grab some flame rounds, which we're going to need. And there's more flame rounds in this locker here. Then we put the valve where it goes, shut off the steam so we can go by. Make sure to grab the blue gunpowder from this locker right here. I accidentally opened the other locker. And you can combine it with the white gunpowder from earlier to make acid rounds. More flame rounds on this couch, and we can sprint because this liquor is going to be stuck eating this body. So we have time to just run. Grab another flash grenade. From there, some more flame rounds and more white gunpowder. Turn around, head into Wesker's part of the office, and grab the battery for the device. And now the detonator is ready to go. We can also sprint back out here. We're going back down the hall to the right, and again we can run because the liquor has now moved so far down the hall that he can't actually hear us if we don't run towards his direction. So, good to save time. We're going back up to the attic now, which we avoided before when we originally picked up the spade key, because it's more optimal to run this way. So there's a blue gunpowder right here on this cabinet. Combine that with the white gunpowder we just got, and then combine the acid rounds together to free up space. There's more handgun rounds on this cabinet here, which we're going to pick up. And then we're going to place the detonator on the wall and run back towards where the bookshelf is. If you stand outside of this door, the bookshelf will not fall over when the bomb goes off. We're also going to shoot this hanging zombie. I missed a shot here, but it takes about 5 rounds to kill him. Sometimes you'll get lucky and get a crit early. I got a crit on the last shot, so whatever. We're going to shoot him so that later, when he reanimates, because he will after this puzzle, he doesn't get in our way when trying to get away from this liquor. The combination for this is lady, bow, snake. The pieces are burnt so it can be hard to see, but you can make it out. Then we're going to run and stick directly to the right here. And that liquor, if you stick to the right, just like I just did, he will whiff every time, or at least every time that I've done this, and I've no damaged this around 8 or 9 times now, with even more runs where I didn't get hit by him. Then we're going to come down here and kill this female zombie that's walking around in the library, excuse me. I got lucky and got an early crit. For some reason Claire didn't want to move these on first tap, but we're going to move these 2 bookshelves over to get more handgun rounds hidden beneath them. And then we're going to walk over to the last one, and we're going to move it to the left once. Just like that. Leave the zombie that's eating ass to eat his ass for the rest of the game. We don't need to bother him. There's a knife on this officer zombie here that we need. And then we come in here and solve this. It's fish, scorpion, and then an urn of water, it looks like. And that's for the unicorn medallion. Then we're going to head back to this door, and stick to the left, or I'm sorry, right-hand side. I know my lefts and rights. Stick to the right-hand side of this door so we don't wake up the fat zombie on the left. Once we've used the spade key on that door, we can get rid of it because we've opened all the spade key doors. Run down the hall to grab some more handgun rounds, which I believe is, yeah, that's the last box we're going to pick up. And we're done with RPD-1, basically. We're going to run over here to the lion statue, and the combination for this is lion, herb, and bird. Eagle, whatever. Take the lion medallion, and go back down the stairs to put all 3 medallions in the centerpiece down here. And that's RPD-1. RPD-1 should only take you at most like 20 minutes once you've got a route down. Obviously not for a first playthrough. And I've completed it in like 12, and I don't really speedrun, I just do no damage and challenge runs. Grab more flame rounds over here, and then we're going to the box, and we're going to put away everything except for the knife, the handgun, and the handgun bullets. And we're going to take out the rest of our handgun bullets that we put away earlier. By this point, you should have anywhere from 70 to 100 handgun rounds, 70 being the low ball point. You need around 100 to kill Birkin. If you don't have that, there are handgun rounds in the boss room you can pick up mid-fight, which I'll explain. So don't worry too much. We're going to come down to the bottom of the stairs and grab this frag grenade. We're going to need that for later. Claire basically needs frags in order to beat G4 quickly and efficiently.
Hello? Hello?
So we're going to come fast up on G1. The strategy here is pretty simple since we're on console. We're just going to shoot him a shitload with the handgun. So start off by just unloading rounds into him. Don't bother using focus shots. I mean, you can, but you don't really need to save ammo here, and it's going to take way longer if you do. I would just spray him without the focus shots to just finish this faster with less risk of getting hit. Even if this isn't a speed run, this will just save you time either way. Try not to miss shots like I do here. And you can aim for his eye to make him take slightly more damage, and I do it here quite a bit, but honestly, you don't need to. And it's kind of risky because you might end up missing a lot more, so if you're worried about missing, just aim center mass and spray him. So he's gonna follow you around in this arena, and he's gonna swing his pipe and he's gonna try to grab you. Every now and again he'll get really close to you because he's actually like slightly faster than you. And when he does that, if you want to get him off of you, you can bait him to do an attack by quickly tapping the aim button and looking to the side. It will slow Claire down just enough to bait him into trying to grab you or trying to swing the pipe, which I think I'll show off again here in a moment. And that will get him off of you so you can start shooting him again. Like, I think I do it right here. Yeah, see how I tapped aim and turned to the side? And he tried to grab me because I slowed down just enough, but because I didn't actually fully aim, we weren't so slow that he could catch us. Now, if you need to pick up more handgun rounds, they're located to the sides of the arena. And sometimes, if you don't shoot him as fast as I'm shooting him, he'll go back to that form from the beginning where he doesn't have the giant eyeball out. If he does this, you can quickly run and go get handgun rounds. Sometimes when he turns back, he will also disappear and do a move where he like jump scares you by jumping down from the ceiling. It doesn't do any damage to you, you can get away from it. It doesn't happen in this fight, but I'm just saying that if you need the handgun rounds, those are the times to go get them, because otherwise they're all located in dead ends where he can corner you, and you're basically going to have to bait a grab and then use the knife. Which, speaking of the knife, that's why we brought it, is in case he grabs you, so that you won't take damage. We're going to grab the handgun rounds and the frag grenade from this corner. You can see that these are all dead ends like I was talking about. There's more handgun rounds down here on this barrel. And there's one set over there. Right over here. So like I said, if you need them, you can run and get them. Just try to get him when he's not in a phase where he's so fast, because he does slow down when he kind of reverts back to not having the giant eyeball out. Coming up here, we're gonna run over here to this locker and grab the blue gunpowder. And then we're gonna follow Sherry, sneak past her by stair skating, and just go about this as usual. Real quick, I'll mention a couple things since we have a moment. Getting grabbed in this game by zombies, IVs, bosses, etc. does not cause damage to you in the type of grabs where you can get out with defensive items if you use the defensive item. So like, if Birkin grabs you and you use the knife to get out, you'd actually take 0 points of damage. So that doesn't not count as damage for this run. This is not a no-hit run, this is a no-damage run. So I'm allowed to get grabbed as long as I don't take damage from it. Similarly, Claire, if she shoots her grenade launcher near her feet, it can make her stagger, but you can't actually hurt yourself with Claire's grenade launcher. There's no AoE damage that hurts you, no self-damage. And similarly, when you use incendiary rounds or flame rounds, sometimes Claire will catch on fire, like she'll brush fire off of herself. That actually does not cause damage either. People have done tests on PC and looked at the numerical values of health in the game, and it does not count as damage, so that doesn't count. It just slows Claire down. So we're going to come into the little firing range area here, and we're going to grab the metal box and more flame rounds. We don't have to come back in here, so we don't have to worry about these zombies that reanimate later. Earlier you may have noticed while I was explaining that I dumped basically everything out of my inventory. You don't need any items coming in here, and I wouldn't recommend it actually. So you're not supposed to sprint coming through this door. I thought I slowed down enough, but apparently I pissed the liquor off. Stop running before you reach this door, and then walk in the door. There's some white gunpowder right down there, and normally that liquor would be eating this dog to the left. You can just follow the path that I'm taking and press against these kennels. Just stick to the right-hand side. Do exactly as I just did, as I just did there, and even if that liquor is feasting on the dog, he's not going to aggro on you, and you'll be able to walk past him and sneak in. Then we're going to run in here, and we're going to open up this funeral morgue tray, whatever the fuck it's called. And we're going to get the diamond key. These two zombies are going to reanimate, so we got to run out fast. But you can just run past both of them. Stop running before this door again, and sneak in here. A lot of people get scared about this part, but you can literally just stick to the left and climb up the stairs from the side, and as you can see, neither of these liquors will actually aggro on you as long as you do that. Don't run out this door like I ran out the last one, because there's another liquor out here that you don't want to aggro on the ceiling. You want to stick to the right so his head doesn't touch you, because sometimes if you walk straight down the middle, his head will collide with Claire's and he aggros. And next we're going to open the metal box that we got earlier to get a car key, a broken car key. And we're going to use the broken car key, which has an electronic lock, to open the trunk and get the JMB, which we're using the Claire's JMB for dogs. It's very good against dogs.
Must be where that guy came from.
So next we're going to come over here to the spade key door. I'm sorry, diamond key door. I don't know why I said spade. And we're going to open the locker and get the grenade stock and this white gunpowder. We need the grenade stock. It is super useful, particularly for G2 and G3 later in the game. So don't miss the grenade stock. We're not going to equip it on the grenade launcher yet. We're going to wait, but we do need it. Heading into Chief Iron's office. I can talk today. We're gonna go and get the heart key first of all. Grab this picture frame, the lover's picture frame, which has the heart key in it. And we're gonna go head back to the box and open the box again to sort out our inventory. Basically, we're just gonna drop off everything except for the heart key. And we're gonna mix, I think... Oh, I don't have the other gunpowder yet. My bad. We're gonna grab the grenade launcher and the flame rounds. I forgot to drop off the JMB here, but just put it back. So we need the grenade launcher and a stack of flame rounds. Then we examine this picture frame, get the heart key out of it, and open the door. We're going to be using the grenade launcher to kill zombies from here on out. Pretty much. Almost exclusively. Stairs gate up here. We're going to open this locker for when we come back through. You don't have to open it now, but just trying to save time. And there's a couple zombies in here. We're going to pop them with flame rounds. These guys can be a real hassle. You can get around them without killing them when you come back through here, but I'd recommend just killing them. A lot of the strats we're going to be using are for safety rather than speed, because again, this is not a speed run. We're trying to get through this no damage. Grab the box and the knife from in that heart key door room, and then come back out here and grab the big cog. And I was thinking about taking the handgun rounds now, but you shouldn't. Grab the flash grenade, though, from this locker. You need that flash grenade. I used to do a strat here where I just used the combat knife to get away from this zombie down here by letting her grab me and then using the knife to get away. But then one time that I did it, she randomly teleported to me on the stairs and bit me after I tried to run past her. So since then, because it wasn't 100% consistent, I decided to just grab the flash, run down here, throw it at her, turn the water to the left, change the pipe direction, and then just run back, and she'll be stunned, so you can just go by her. The other zombie that's down there, you don't gotta worry. He usually takes his slow-ass time getting up, so... But yeah, I changed that strat because one time I got hit, and I couldn't tell how much that was gonna happen, so... We're gonna use the water to put out the helicopter, and then we're gonna stand here and wait for X to be a jackass.
Jesus, stay back!
You can bait X into throwing punches and run by him, but it is super risky for a no damage run. You do it in a speed run, but it's really risky because he might hit you. He doesn't always play nice. So we're just gonna bring him back out onto the roof and go around him safely. We're gonna be headed back into the office from earlier with the second safe right here, and we're gonna grab the JMB's extended mag, which we already opened. So even if X is chasing you right on your heels, like he is here to me, you can just run in and grab it before he has a chance to catch up to you. This is why we opened that. Next, we're gonna go down to the west office again. Down in here. Sometimes this zombie changes positions, but you should always have a clear path. Stop at this door and don't run through it because there's lickers in this hall now. And walk over to this door. There's a heart key door to the left. And we're going to be using the heart key on that. We're going to run in here and grab the lever and the hand grenade, frag. And then run back around here so we can lead X around. Even with X chasing you as closely as he is to me right now, you can stop at this door and walk to get past the liquor, and he will not catch up to you. You have time to walk it out. Then we're going to run, and since the other zombie is not on the left-hand side, we're going to run past that side. Which I think I forgot to mention earlier, we avoided the left-hand side in that office this entire time, or right-hand side if you're coming in, because that police officer zombie will wake up if you walk past him, so we stick to the other side. And we're going to run into the library again here, and use this lever thing to release the bookshelf. And then we're going to pull these two bookshelves, you don't have to do all three, once to the right. Because we already set this up earlier, all you have to do is move them once, and that way, even if X, again, is right on your heels, you have time to do this without him catching up to you and hitting you. Now, for this part, there's a zombie coming up to the left, and a lot of the times I just duck in this door like I do right here. Sometimes he might grab you and give you a bite, and since he grabs you from behind, you won't be able to escape. So you can just pop a flame round on him. We have enough flame rounds where you can trust me, we'll have enough that you can just pop that zombie. I actually forgot to pick back up the large gear here, because I'm an idiot. you want to pick that back up after using it. So yeah, we're gonna just do this puzzle as usual. Pick up the small gear from up here, put the large one up here now. Go back downstairs. And put the small one here. Now that that's done, we are going to skip back to the back here. And we need this large gunpowder from down this hall. It's right here on this box. And grab the cube conductor in its orange box here. This part takes a while. If, again, you're not trying to bait X, sometimes you get bad RNG and he'll be walking. You can hear him if you listen. He'll be walking down the hall towards the locked door where we need to go. He'll get down there, and because the door is locked, he'll turn around. And the corridor is so narrow that without baiting a punch, we can't get past him. So what I'm doing here is listening to his footsteps and making sure that he goes back down the side of the hall that we came through towards the library and goes back through the door so he won't get in my way as I leave. This part, just kind of, you have to wait it out. If you're doing a speed run, this is kind of unacceptable time loss, so you have to bait out a punch. But I did something different here that I don't normally do because I was testing it. I let this zombie grab me and then use the knife to escape since I still had the knife. I wouldn't recommend doing this because, as you can see, he almost lunges at me and grabs me as I go past. And it's way slower if X is right on your tail to do that. I would recommend, again, just like with the first one, just pop him with the flame round. We have plenty of flame rounds. I was just testing something. It's safer to pop him with a flame round. We're going to grab the handgun bullets that we left in that locker, now that we're done with RPD2. This is literally the end of RPD2. Like the halfway point of the game, I guess. We're going to be dropping off everything except for the 2 cube conductor boxes and the mag for the JMB, because we're going to be taking the JMB, some handgun rounds, combine the JMB with the mag when we come out of the box, and as you saw there, I took the time to mix a white gunpowder with the large gunpowder to make more acid rounds for later. Come over here to this panel and then unbox these cube conductors. I can't really explain how to do this puzzle. I do it in the fewest possible moves, which is 7. You just copy what I do here. That's 7 moves. That gets you a little record achievement in-game, and is the fastest way you can finish that. So now we're playing Sherry. This is Sherry's segment. We're going to turn around immediately and grab the stuffed doll, and then examine it at this little block puzzle. There's a block in the back of the doll. Pull it out, and we're going to take the first block and move it over 2 to the right. And then from that point onward, the positions the blocks are already in are random. I got a really good roll and only need to change the last one. You might have to change more than that, but you just have to turn them at that point. You don't have to move any blocks left or right. You just have to rotate all of them till they fit.
What is this?
Just move the first one 2 spots to the right. Then we're just going to play this section as normal. There's not really a whole lot to talk about here. Sherry's segment is very boring on replaythroughs, because there's not really a lot that goes on. Not a whole lot of time save either. You should basically never lose a run to this segment, as far as like no damage runs go. You should never get caught or anything. It's very easy. In fact, Irons is kind of blind, and when you're trying to hide from him later,
We're out of here.
you can do some pretty risky stuff and still not get seen.
Oh no, it's him.
I will probably upload this commentary version as well as a no commentary version of this run. We'll see. I don't really know what I want to do. And I'm going to be trying to do Leon A and Leon B and Claire B as well. No damage. So we'll see how that goes.
Please.
Stupid bitch, that's a dead end.
So we just run up here and hide behind this. You can just stand here for a while until he actually enters the room and not get seen. But once he gets in, we're gonna crouch down. I teabagged him here just because I was bored.
Doors locked.
You can sit there and teabag him quite a bit and he'll never see you. I try to not do it too much here just for the sake of eliminating risk, but it isn't really even that risky. He's gonna look around to the right here, so we're gonna go left, and all you gotta do is circle left.
The worse it's gonna be.
Just follow his movement, and then you're gonna come back to here and just sit here for a while. He's gonna move this baby crib in front of him.
Gotta be here somewhere.
So he's gonna say like "ugh, god damn it," like that. When he says that, you can literally just run and he can't hear you. And we're gonna run around to this side of this table and hide underneath it, and he literally can't find you now. In fact, you can run all the way to the blocks ahead of me. In a speed run, you do that, and you can just stand there without even crouching, and he'll like look straight at you but won't be able to see you for some goddamn reason. They programmed this badly. But I'm just for the sake of not being risky, I'm gonna hide here. It doesn't really lose that much time, and again, I'm not trying to save too much time, so... So we literally just sit here. This is quite the thrilling segment. He's gonna, like, brush past us, and then we can just get out when he says, "aw, fuck," and just follow him. And then grab the key from the door and play the rest of the segment as normal. I accidentally moved the key down a slot, because I was holding down too early, but it's whatever.
Fuck is my key?
I see you.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
I'm coming in, Sherry.
I'm coming in, Sherry.
Get over here, you little bitch. Anyway, so that's the Sherry segment done. Thank God. We're gonna cut back to Claire, 30 minutes earlier.
Good to see you again, Claire.
And again, all that we need in our inventory at this point is the rest of your handgun rounds and the JMB combined with the extended mag. And we're gonna go back down to the parking garage since we have the parking garage keycard now, and we're gonna be dealing with dogs. I have lost multiple runs to dogs, being careless, because you can very easily get bit. So we're gonna use the keycard on the reader. Then X is gonna come in behind us. Again, you can bait punches from him to make this faster, but I'm just gonna lead him around this police cruiser to be safe, and head out the now open shutter. And up the street. You should, if you're following this route, by the way, you should finish the game not only with an S+, but also within the 2.5 hour mark every time, if you're not dilly-dallying. And you should also finish it with less than 14,000 steps for the 14,000 step achievement. And if you don't take damage, you won't heal, so you also get the no healing. All I did there was run up to the door to get the zombie to break it down, and then take a long route around both the APC and the white car down the road, and then cut all the way back around to give those two zombies a chance to shamble out into the street and get out of our way, to not risk getting grabbed by one of them, since X is following us. You could try to stop and shoot one of them in the knee to get past him, but X might run up behind you and punch you. So like I said, no risk strats. Gonna come down here to the RE2 female zombie, and we're gonna pop her leg off. If you break her leg off, she can't climb the dumpster to the left, so she can't follow you. That way we can stay in this little caged area if we need to. First dog, just pop him until he dies. And there's another dog right here, which I was trying to snipe out from over here. I didn't manage to kill him, though, so I'm gonna have him run around to the front. The reason why I'm rapid firing with the JMB is actually because it doesn't have focus shots. Its shots are always 100% focused, and therefore always do full damage. It does do slightly less damage than the SLS, and it has less of a crit chance, but way more mag size and perfect accuracy. I run out here and get this dog to jump on the car. Sometimes you can kill him on the car without him getting down, but I knocked him off by accident, so I just came back in here and had him come around again to be safe, because I don't want to risk getting bit by a dog and lose 40 minutes of my run. We're cutting it a bit close on handgun ammo, but you should have plenty of handgun ammo no matter what to do this, if you've been following the route. There's two more dogs here that you need to just rapid fire. I missed the first two shots. But yeah, you just want to kill these two dogs. There's one more in the back that will start walking in. Kill him too. Just stay in here to be safe. They can climb the fence, but if you shoot if you're just sitting there popping them over and over again, they won't. So then we're gonna do a little bit of a sneaky trick. We're gonna go over to this car next to the bus, the Jeep, it looks like, and we're gonna just line up our red dot and pop this dog a couple times. And then we're gonna run back here and aim towards these, like, at these boxes, towards the top of these two boxes in the rubble, and just back all the way up. Because this dog is gonna run around and jump over these road stops. And again, I missed the first two shots because I thought I had it perfectly lined up and I didn't. But you should be able to line it up and shoot him when he jumps over. Run in here and grab the frag in the bus and then pop this zombie. It doesn't matter how you kill him. If you don't have a lot of handgun rounds, let's say you only have like 4 handgun rounds left. You still have enough. Just pop him in the leg instead of the head. You can pop him in the head and hope for a crit. You can have him fall over from popping him in the head. You can shoot him in the leg and then run by him. You just need to get by him. It doesn't really take that many rounds. Then we're going to come in the orphanage and do this segment as usual. And we're coming to the end of the first part. The first save I make is in the sewers, since I figured it was a good split point for the episode, since I had to split it somewhere, unfortunately. It's actually funny, if you do this section fast enough by stair skating and running in straight lines without turning too harshly, the cutscene will bug out, which you're going to see happens in this run, and they repeat the dialogue that they're currently saying in this hall.
Don't stop!
So we turn right here, and Claire's going to say, keep going as we come in the elevator and activate the cutscene, and when we skip it, you'll notice that the dialogue starts playing here. You can hear Claire say, go, go, go. And then when we start playing...
Don't stop!
Sherry, don't stop! Yeah, very appropriate. We're gonna run in this door and grab the Magnum ammo. That's all we need. Keep going. And then we're gonna jump down here. Now, I did something a little bit risky here. I would normally... There was an item box in that last room. I would normally grab a flash grenade from that item box. I would grab a flash grenade, and I'll show you why. But there's a white gunpowder right here. We need that. I did this just with the handgun, again, to test something. I would just bring the flash grenade because we have plenty of them. We're going to have plenty by the end of the game that we don't use. And it's safer to do that. So again, for consistency's sake, bring a flash.
Cable car. Here?
There's a room at the top of this ladder that has 3 zombies in it. 2 are standing and 1 is down, and he's guarding a flame round. And we're going to run towards the one that's on the ground here. And we're going to grab the flame round, and then we're going to pop this zombie in the knee to stun him and go past him. Again, you could bring a flash grenade, and just as soon as you open the door, just chuck it in, and it will stun the 2 standing zombies, and then do the same thing without having to shoot either of them, because they'll be stunned. And that is gonna be the end of the first part here. I'm gonna make a save, and we'll continue in the next part.